Yeah, I have to admit, it's been tricky for us. We're ourselves out of Jakarta, and we've been trying to get our international staff to Palu. We just managed to get them there, the first team there this morning, but it was very tricky because we kept on getting on flights and then they were cancelled, or they weren't going actually to Palu in the end. We were looking at sending them to our teams to nearby airports, but then we were looking at large time, quite several hours through ground travel in the vehicle, and we weren't sure how long that would take, but thankfully we managed to get them on the ground today.
Just explain to me how you managed to get them on the ground there.
Honestly, a lot of working at the airport with the various airlines, trying to figure out who is actually operating and who can get flights into Palu.
Okay, brilliant. We know that there are enormous amounts of aid agencies descending on the region day by day. How do you work to try and coordinate between yourselves?
Well, in Indonesia, the government is really trying to take the lead to make sure there's a systematic approach. So there's this ASEAN Coordination Center for Humanitarian Assistance, and they're asking that all the INGOs and the local NGOs register there what assistance they can provide, and then they will give approval for activities to take place. So this is a clear way that we can make sure there's a coordinated response. So the government has already also listed what support they are looking for. They're particularly looking for water and sanitation needs, family tents, looking at how they can environmental management to prevent the spread of diseases such as malaria, etc.
And of course, this is only the beginning of an enormous rescue effort. How long do you envisage being on the ground there?
Initially, we're looking for our first round of projects probably for 6 months, but then phasing more into a longer-term recovery and livelihood recovery programs. Certainly these communities here will need a long-term response in order to get their lives back on track.